What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Hour right here on Premier Wrestling's YouTube. And of course, if you're keeping tabs, we also have the Premier Wrestling app. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled because that bad boy is debuting tomorrow officially at the Squared Circle EXPO. This is Dave Sturchio. That's Josh Shernoff. We got ourselves a big weekend ahead. But first, before we get there,
to catch.
I know you
Let's
do.
wrap this show up. Are we done?
Calm down.
I gotta go. I got stage shows to host.
There's a lot of cool things that it's going down. Actually, you know what? Good that you said that because I'm actually kind of curious because I've never actually attended one of these Squared Circle Expos, and I know they're big. In fact, tonight we're going to throw it to one of their classic stage shows. We'll get to that in a second. But Josh, if somebody's attending this thing, what can they expect overall?
Anything you could possibly want as a wrestling fan. We have some of the biggest stars. Squared Circle Expo has they spared no cost whatsoever. They have Sting is going to be there.
Sting!
They have Matt Cardona is going to be there. I'm going to be there. The biggest stars in wrestling history. But
did you just lump yourself in there with Sting and Cardona?
Well,
probably shouldn't do that. You should probably at least take a breath.
Cardona is on his own level. I apologize. But listen.
God.
No, listen.
I'm listening.
Okay? We have vendors there.
Mm-hmm.
We have talent from all generations. We have from the golden era, from the attitude era, from the PG era, from the whatever the hell era it is today. You know, old Nick Nemeth is going to be there.
Nice.
Yeah. Excited to see him.
You can go check that out. And guess what, guys? It goes down tomorrow as you're watching the show. If you're watching the show live as it's happening, premiering right here on Premier Wrestling's YouTube at 8:30. I'm sorry, 8 o'clock. That's another show that airs at 8:30. I'm all over the place. But anyway.
What show airs at 8:30?
Don't worry about it. Has nothing to do with you. Don't worry about it, bro.
Hold on a second. Italian mob member. You're plugging another show.
It's not even on this network. It's a completely different thing. So
you watch something. Our show's an hour long. So you start watching something at 8:30?
It's on a Wednesday, so it's a different day.
So you're all over the place.
I just said I'm all over the place.
You don't even know what you're doing.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew because I'm very excited that this week is literally the launch of what I think could be the greatest professional wrestling app known to man ever to see, an iPhone. Coming soon to Android, but an iPhone first, right, Mangle? Anyway, listen, there's a lot going on. Yes, I know. I did that. Went there.
Listen, we're if you have iOS, you're going to be able to get this starting tomorrow on your iPhone. Android web version. They're coming. They're being worked on right now. It's an incredible crew that is putting this together. It was important that we don't rush anything.
Yeah.
That's the important thing here because we wanted to make sure this was ready for an event the size of Squared Circle Expo. And we wanted to make sure this was ready for next week at WrestleMania, which we're going to talk about in a little bit at the end of the show. But let's talk a little bit about Squared Circle Expo, what happened last year.
And listen, if you really want to get to some entertaining stuff, last year, Colt Boom Boom Cabana, and of course, his podcast, one of the most successful wrestling podcasts of all time, The Art of Wrestling, he had a guy, you might know him. He's a former AEW World Champion. He is one of the fastest rising stars in professional wrestling. He is a product of Creative Pro New York, over there trained by Pat Buck and Brian Myers. We're talking about a guy named MJF. It's Colt Cabana. It's MJF. It's on a stage, and it's happening right now on the Wrestling Hour.
So many wrestling.
Did somebody say Maxwell and Jew?
Well, I have my list of guests here. And is your name Matt Cardona?
I was rudely omitted. That's the other Long Islander. I was rudely omitted from this. It's bad enough you ran away from me and Mom all those years ago from all of your responsibilities. That's fine, though. I've definitely forgiven you for it.
If you don't know, we did take a DNA test at AIW, and the results did come back. I am his father. Do you see the resemblance?
I don't see it at all, not even a little bit. Do you guys see the resemblance?
I mean, you're a little more tan than I am.
And jacked.
Just on the tip.
And more handsome and smart.
Sure, I mean, it's like
and more humble.
My DNA gets just chopped down, you know. It's like I'm giving the good DNA. I mean, Mom was a babe.
Oh, hold on a second.
Your mom.
Okay. Let's skip this over. Ask me the questions with your Yak and Yak comedy show, and then I'll leave, and you're going to PayPal me for this, right?
You're still on PayPal?
Oh, what? You're a Venmo guy?
I'm a Zelle man myself.
Oh, wow. All the plugs.
I thought I taught you well, though. Are you still on MySpace, Max?
I think I was born after MySpace went away.
I should know that. You are my son. I did find your mom on MySpace Top 8s, and it's been a great career. Well, I mean, you weren't my guest. You don't do media.
Almost never.
I know you're just going to make fun of me.
That's ridiculous. Guys, would I ever make fun of Colt Cabana? Would I make fun of his weird haircut? No. Would I make fun of his interesting and odd gait? No. Would I make fun of his stomach? No. Would I make fun of his wobbled out knees? No. I wouldn't do any of these things.
Did you say my odd gait?
You have a very weird gait. The way you walk is very peculiar.
G-A-T-E, gait?
You've never heard of that? That's a word. So gait means the way... Can somebody in the audience explain to Colt Cabana that gait is a real word?
But you know this?
Yeah, because we all went to school, and teachers taught us the meaning of words.
That is not a thing.
It's 1,000% a thing.
Not from Deerfield, Illinois, did we teach that in our school system, but that's okay. In Indiana, well,
Shocked I learned anything here.
Yeah. So I was listen.
Yeah.
Before I came on here, I was doing this podcast, and then the cameraman yelled at me.
I heard there was some weird, grotesque, fat cameraman who was trying to direct your podcast.
And I wasn't rude, but I started giving him shit in the Colt Cabana making fun of you, but having fun way.
It's the guy with the pubes super glued to his face, right?
It's that guy.
That dude?
And I really felt this is what Max does.
For sure. Yeah. But except I mean it when I say it, like wholeheartedly. Now your mic's not even working, so they have the gall to tell you where to sit or stand.
Literally, okay, yeah, the cameraman told, now...
Welcome to the MJF show. My name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Unbelievable.
And I am here live in my studio.
Do you still have a...
I currently live in Long Island in a beautiful studio apartment.
You have to live with moms, though.
No, absolutely not.
And the bagel guy.
So, first of all, they're called bagels. By the way, my father sold his paleo baked goods company.
First of all, the father who took you on no, thank you.
That guy.
Not interested.
Okay, pal.
He's going to be a little shithead when he grows up, I can tell. He was...
Very rich shithead, but yes, a shithead.
Rosie was just like, can I have him on the show? I was like, no, thank you. And then the Pagel Man takes you on Rosie O'Donnell.
Pagel Man came right in, swooped in. Those some LWO shirts, huh? I heard they're making a big resurgence. Yeah.
What, are you doing crowd work now?
Hey, you know how it is. You guys ever try airplane food? You know, airplane food? No, I'm in a good mood. I counted all the money that I've made so far today. I'm fucking raking.
Are you close to Tony Khan?
Holy shit. What's that?
Are you close to Tony Khan now?
I'm getting close to a B. Right now I'm in the M's, but I'm getting close to a B.
Yes, you do remind me of a man with BMs, of course.
Yes.
That's a
I get it. I understand.
Okay. All right. And then, do you have a private jet now? Is Tony did Tony give you private jet?
No.
Insurance?
Well, I mean, based off of the money that he's given me, I was able to afford my private jet, but he didn't just gift me the private jet.
But I'm saying, did he give you advice here's where you get? I know a guy.
I don't ask Tony Khan for advice about anything. That's not a real thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, congratulations on being the champion of All Elite Wrestling.
The world heavyweight champion. Yeah.
Did you make up the Triple B?
The Big Burberry belt?
Yep, he made it up. Great. I thought it was because it looks like bees. Is
no,
that not why?
No.
It's like a giant bee.
As in the one that flies around?
No, the letter. The letter looks like bees.
Oh, like the letter. That's what you're saying. I never noticed that. I'm gonna have to look at it.
It's like 1B, 2B, 3B.
I suppose. That you could be onto something, I guess.
Yeah.
You're really good at this. Did I ever tell you that? You've asked some incredible inquisitive questions.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect you. I had a whole a list of questions for Matt Cardona.
I honestly have questions for Matt Cardona. Is he here?
Should we bring him out?
I think we should bring him out, fellow Long Islander. Why not?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my next guest, Matt Cardona.
I'll move over. Hey, you move over. It's the indie god.
Am I cameraman? Are we okay? Hi. How are you? I did not expect this. Usually when I come on here, I have a co-host, like a stand-up comedian, like Marty DeRosa. And so now I got the biggest jokester in the game.
You know how it is. I have several questions, and they all involve Bev Francis Gym in Long Island.
You know, my dad got me banned from there recently.
Excuse me? So I look at a photo of
Holy
your father every day when I'm squatting. And he's on the wall.
He's on the wall.
And you're telling me he's
I'm on the wall
blacklisted
twice,
now?
actually.
You're on the wall 2 times. You are. I'm on the wall. There's now one.
Here's the thing. I listen to this man's podcast every week, the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I know everything about him. And so you can give that a round of applause if you want to, yeah. I think I know all the information because you divulge so much on there. Into the mic, though.
Sure.
Great. And you said I asked shitty questions, you're better than me, and then all of a sudden you just bring something up, information I want to know about, a story I never knew of. This is great. You've been kicked out of a gym.
Well, before we get into the story, this is what I bring to the fucking table. I'm the world champion.
Unreal.
Go on,
DNA of a legend, this one.
So, Bev Francis Gym on Long Island. It's the East Coast Mecca. It's the gym of gyms.
Best gym in the world.
I think so. I love going there. Always new equipment. If you want some motivation, you go there. There's people training for the goddamn Olympia at this gym. Right?
Has John Cena been there before?
100%.
Multiple times.
The Rock has been there.
MJF's there every week. We're all going.
So my dad would go all the time. He was friends with Steve. He'd bring me in all the time. My dad just did.
You just said Steve, like we all know who Steve is.
Why don't you know Steve? Steve's a legend, dude. So Steve owns Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym, the East Coast Mecca.
Wrong. Bev owns Bev
Well,
Francis
it's a co-owned.
A co-owned thing.
Yeah. But he's the guy.
Steve's the guy. So my dad just did a bodybuilding competition. Now, granted, my dad's
how old's your dad?
He's about like 65, 66, okay?
Doesn't look a day over 35.
I give him credit, but he really has no business being up on stage. You know what I'm saying? If I give him credit, he's still in the gym. There's only 2 people in this show. Now, one of the judges was Steve. Right. So there's only one person can win, one person can lose. Of course, my dad got second place and was mad and cursed out Steve, who was judging. It's just Steve's show.
Who won?
The other guy won.
Oh, really? Thanks.
The other guy.
I would love to see this other guy because your dad's ripped out of his fucking gourd.
Was he big? Did you go and support your
No,
dad?
I didn't. He does so
Did
many
you
things.
run on stage and put a hat on him after he lost?
Now I have one. It could have gone either way in this competition. So anyway, my dad, sore loser, curses out Steve, who's the man running the show, judge, owner of Bev Francis, and now I can't show my face there anymore.
Yeah, it's awkward. It's very awkward. Yeah.
And I was never charged when I went. I always went for free. And now I can't.
You were going there every day for free?
No, every time I would come back to Long Island, I would go for free. I would just walk in.
Scam. I appreciate a good I appreciate a good.
But now it's awkward. If I still like all their Instagram photos just in case I go in there.
You're telling me your dad, Bob Cardona,
Yeah.
did something awkward?
That's right. And embarrassing to me.
Do we all remember his WrestleMania moment? Do you mind if I get into that?
Go ahead.
Do you talk about it?
I'm going to leave real quick.
Oh, you're not?
I
start talking about...
This has been... It's been...
MJF, everybody. Can I move a little closer?
I don't even know anymore.
Can I move a little closer? Okay.
You're all leaving because... Get out of here.
There are visibly people leaving. That's insulting. Jesus Christ.
You think I can't see you? This isn't a TV.
Oh, my God. The lights are on, goddammit. Oh, my God.
Well,
yeah.
Now we got rid of him.
Sooty boy.
I did not want that person.
No.
He just causes mischief.
He's going to get you some heat.
He's going to get himself some heat. He's going to get me some
Well, he's
heat.
not going to get in trouble. You might.
Well, this is the story of my career. All right, your dad.
Yeah.
You were in WrestleMania.
That's right.
You won a ladder match?
WrestleMania 32, Intercontinental title on the line, ladder match. Yep.
Yeah.
Won the big one.
You won the...
That's right.
You start celebrating.
I'm on the ladder, looking at hard cam.
Your father is in the...
Front row, that's right.
Now, I remember when Gronkowski, the Gronk, tried to jump over the railing at a spot that was supposed to happen, and a female security guard, took him down.
Right.
Now, I'm assuming that your dad did not get clearance to jump that guard.
Absolutely not. But he's been around so often for years that they knew who he was. Vince did not. Vince was screaming. I later found out Vince was screaming in the headset. And then, he was cool about it once he found out who he was.
Was he screaming who the F is this?
Exactly. Who the fuck is this guy? Exactly. So the story is, for WrestleMania, if you have friends and family, you can get them tickets, whatever. Before your actual match, they'll bring a couple of them down to the front couple rows. And after I had won, which I did not tell him I was going to win, he's going crazy. And Ziggler waves him over, come on over. My dad says, okay. Just hops the barricade and slides in the ring.
Ziggler made an executive call.
Just said, come on over. That was it. And then I'm looking down at my dad what the fuck are you doing in this ring right now? I go down, we hug it out, and then there's this, it's funny because I'm wearing a cowboy hat right now. What Indie God hat. But it was WrestleMania in Dallas, so they were selling WrestleMania cowboy hats. So, of course, he bought one, right?
Well, it's kind of like my father was a clothing salesman, and I'm a pro wrestler. But really, I'm just a clothing salesman, pro wrestling tees. It's it comes full circle.
Right.
It's your dad wears hats, now you wear hats.
Sure. So we hug it out, great moment, and then he tries to put that fucking hat on my head. I rip it right off. And then I climb up the ladder to get my glory shot. But looking back, I'm so glad he slid in the ring. In that moment, I was so pissed and embarrassed. But looking back, I mean, that is my moment. If I never go back to WWE, I have that moment. It means a lot to me. I don't have a lot of wrestling stuff in my house besides once you open my toy room doors, it's full of wrestling stuff. But in the actual house, it looks like a normal couch TV, pictures of me and my wife. But there's a... Rob Schamberger artwork of me and my dad hugging at WrestleMania. So that's a very important moment to me. And when I got fired by WWE, I was looking at that photo going, it's all good. So.
Wait, do you still have the hat?
My dad might have that. I never took that fucking hat.
Wait, as somebody who collects everything from their career, you don't even know where that hat's at.
No, I know exactly where it's at. Because my parents, they have a cardboard cutout of Zack Ryder in their living room, and it's wearing that hat.
Beautiful.
But I don't have it.
Unbelievable. What was the conversation like afterwards?
Listen, it was pretty ridiculous. I think I was just on cloud nine. But the funny part is the next day, Monday Night Raw, we're going over the match. It's me versus Miz, and of course I'm losing the belt the next night. No big deal.
Classic Zack Ryder.
And then it says in the script, and then then Maurice hops the guardrail and slaps Zack's dad. I'm thinking, my dad's not fucking here. So they're at the airport about to fly back. Cancel the flight. You're needed at Monday Night Raw. And that's legit. And I never brought anybody backstage in all my time. I never brought my parents backstage. But that night I had to bring them back because they were booked.
Did they pay for his travel?
Not only did they pay him, because they had to pay him, he got in trouble at work because my dad was a cop and he was out with an injury. And of course, they see him being active, physically active on fucking Monday Night Raw. So there was a whole internal trial in the Suffolk County Police Department over this. He almost lost his job.
And what happened?
He ended up, it was fine, it blew over, but he almost lost his job.
He said, come on. That's the greatest excuse.
I guess he was out with a shoulder injury, and when he pushed the Miz, he only used the good shoulder, and there's video evidence. So he's a smart man.
Unbelievable. Matt, you've now made your way to the independent wrestling scene.
That's right.
You're a god of some sort.
That's what they say. Me. That's what I say.
By they, you mean me.
That's right.
And by me, you mean you.
That's right.
You've labeled yourself the indie god.
That's right.
Where does this come from? Why does this come from?
Honestly, I just wanted to wear Indiana Jones gear at a show.
Okay.
Indie god, I can spoof the logo. And I don't want to say it took off, but I wore it out, and it kind of took off to a point where I could market this, make merchandise of this, keep wearing this gear, make figures, make hats. So I'm kind of just running with it now.
And okay, you guys have to All right.
The headbangers are here.
Your time is not up.
Eat the corn dog.
No. I will call you on.
Oh, there's Thrasher.
I will call you on. I heard that was an $8 corn dog. I know. $3 discount. $3 discount. Very nice.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Headbangers will be. The surprise is over, guys. It's ruined. Surprise is ruined. The headbangers are here.
Yeah, they'll be back. We're ready. They're going to be here in a little bit. But I do want to say you are. I did a joke about being in Indianapolis for the indie guys.
Well, a lot of people say I spell indie wrong.
Correct.
That it should be INDIE.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking indie god. I can spell however
Says
the
it
fuck
how he
I
wants.
want.
Says it how he wants.
I can spell it however I want.
Well, I will say this. I remember when you got fired from the WWE, and I think you didn't want to do any indies, and you're like, ugh, I can't be bothered.
Well, it was also the fucking global pandemic.
Yeah, but in your head, I know you good enough. You're like, I'm not doing this.
Oh, I thought I was going right to AEW, and I did for 3 shows. It didn't work out.
But now your life is a lifestyle I lived for 10 years.
Right.
You are living it to its fullest.
You got it. You can't be half pregnant.
Well, 4.5 months is half pregnant, right?
You know what I mean?
Did you make this term up?
That's a Michael Hayes quote, by the way. Can't be half pregnant.
That checks out that he would say that.
But if you're going to do something in life, and that's something I've always believed in, you got to do it 110%. You can't half-ass things. And if I'm going to fucking make a living independent wrestling, I'm going to do every fucking show I can, make as much buzz as I can, make sure everybody knows what the fuck I'm doing. If you just do a couple shows here and there, you're not making money, you're not helping anybody out, you're not helping the business out, and you're not helping your fucking bank account out, and you're not happy. So.
And here you are, the Squared Circle EXPO. Matt Cardona, everybody!
That's right. See you guys!
You have a beard, huh? I'm not buying it until you buy.
Mad Cat Beard Care.
I like this hat. I also like this beard care. That's why I'm teaming up with Mad Cat Beard Care.
It's one of my favorite products and smells.
A portion of the proceeds go back to save and rescue cats, which is pretty amazing.
Enjoy the products. They are absolutely amazing.
This premium beard oil, baby, oh yeah, you can only get it from where?
MadCatBeardCare.com to buy you some of the most delicious smelling beard products in the world. Delicious! Delicious! Frisco! Bourbon! Good! You heard it! It's delicious! Frisco Bourbon!
For real, I use this stuff every day. It's fantastic. I put it in my hair too, guys.
You want a beautiful, perfect beard like the Indie God? Pick up some Indie God beard care right now from Mad Cat.
But I'm pretty sure that guest brought a guest also. So please welcome to the stage Francine. Francine. And I'm guessing Francine has also brought...
Hello, everyone.
There she is.
I brought a friend.
Have you brought a friend or more?
I brought one friend.
You want to announce him?
Yes, he's a little drunk.
The Headbangers?
He's getting help to the stage. Put your hands together for the Sandman, everybody.
Yes.
He just asked if the mic was hot, by the way. And
Hell yeah. Sit right here. And man,
pleasure,
sit down.
pleasure to be here. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Francine.
Hi, Colt. How are you?
So great to have some lady energy up here.
Really?
Yes, of
no
course.
Vagina today?
What's that?
Am I the first vagina on the stage?
Well, I didn't say
know.
that.
Am I?
It's a little
Yeah,
boy.
okay.
Yeah, MJF was here.
Perfect.
Is it important to have Sandman here with you? Is he like your support wrestler?
You know, like he just said, I'm his handler. So when I'm not near him, he kind of falters, and I have to guide him in life.
I need her way more than she needs me.
Pretty much, yeah.
In the airport, she's got us both checked in. She's like, heck, don't worry about it.
I pay his speeding tickets. I do everything for the man.
I
have a funny story.
Done that.
Would you like to hear it?
I would love to hear.
So him and I are on the road. We're driving. We were getting stem cell therapy done, and we were driving to get it done up in North Jersey.
It works.
So as he's driving, he says to me,
That's the commercial.
It works.
It
right?
works.
As we're driving, he says to me, "Oh, we're doing the arena soon." He goes, "I need Singapore canes." So I said, "Okay," and he says, "Well, you got to get them for me." And I said, I have to buy them for you? And he goes, yeah, I got my credit card. He goes, can you get online? And I go, well, yeah, sure, I have a smartphone. I'll take out my smartphone. I said, what site do you use? I don't know. Find the cheapest site you can. So now I Google canes, Singapore canes, kendo sticks. I'm Googling everything. They're not the right size. I need a 40-inch. I got a 28. It was a whole big deal.
Story of my life.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that have
size
said
does
that.
matter. So I find the right kendo stick size. He gives me his credit card. It comes to like almost $600.
Jesus, Sandman.
I pay it. I ask him for his phone number that he wants to use because he's got kayfabe phone numbers, kayfabe this, kayfabe that. You know, I put the information in. And we're good. 2 weeks later, he calls me. He goes, where are my kendo sticks? So I said, I don't know. Did you try customer service? Did you call them? And he goes, no. He goes, but I got this box that they delivered to my house. And I said, well, did you open it? And he says, yeah. He goes, but they're Chinese woven rugs. And I said, well, what's the label say? And it was the label to the place that sold the kendo sticks. But they sent him like 60 woven Chinese rugs.
Oh my God.
So
I feel you're to blame for
I'm
this.
the idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Excuse my language. For like 2 weeks he badgered me. Then it was too much to take the box to send it back. That was what? 6 months ago? The box is still in his house. And I told him, sign the rugs.
Yeah.
Sign the rugs and bring them, and people will buy the rugs.
Sandman, you should repackage yourself.
Dude, there's a reason she was buying them because I don't have a fucking clue. And
you should be the rug man.
They'll never
Sandman.
go back because
Sandman, he's the rug man.
Rug man.
I don't care.
But he
enough to
blamed
send
me
them.
because they shipped
Listen,
the wrong shipment.
By a round of applause, by making some noise, who would buy a rug off of the Sandman? Personalized and signed to anybody.
I just tried to be helpful.
Yes.
And he was so mean to me. Yet I keep helping him. I don't know why.
You're an angel, Francine.
He's a child,
You're
and I
an
have
angel.
to take care of him. Yeah.
Sandman, where did you get your Singapore canes before Francine?
Found them on the street corner.
I had my...
Nailed
Look
it.
at him. Just look at him. He needs me.
Nailed it.
Yeah, he was doing it, but I had an hour or so to kill with her. Here, late.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you bringing the Sandman. I mean, you were a little like hesitant to come up on stage today. Can we talk about your distresses?
She doesn't like them.
Oh, ouch. Sandman tells it like it is.
I'm kidding.
On the art of wrestling. I know. It's mutual.
It's so stupid, but I have a phobia of being in front of people.
When she told me this, I was like, do you know what you did in ECW?
I'm very good at signings. Like, I'm very, like, if you've ever come to my table, like, I will talk to you and take pictures, and I'm very conversations. I love to talk and this and that. But when I have to make an entrance...
Okay, so Francine, is this something that lived in your heart when you were in ECW also?
Oh, I would say to Shane every time I'm going to throw up. We'd be in Gorilla, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up, I'm going to vomit. Please don't. He'd say, please don't.
Please.
Hold it in. Just hold it in until we get... I was always that nervous
You
energy.
did 150 shows a year.
Well, I thought I was going to throw up 150 times.
That's no way to live.
No, but even today, like doing
You
this,
never
I kept
got-
looking at my phone. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to
You become anorexic.
This is why I can't with him. Just zone him out. Don't listen. He's the worst. He's the worst. I can't. Just, nobody's talking to you. You be quiet.
Well, he has popped himself, I'll tell you that
He'll pop
much.
himself. And see, if you put him over, he'll keep trying. And he's not funny. You're not funny. Stop.
Dude, that door was so open.
You're so bad. Anyway. But even at my wedding, I told you, like when the bride and groom come walking in, I was petrified. Because everybody was looking at me, and I was just like, oh, don't look at me.
So how did you never got over that? I mean,
To this day, I just don't like making entrances.
She's never got over anywhere.
Now that's a good joke, Sandman.
Dude, open door. You got a hoop. I got to jump through it. Come on.
Both
How he treats me so poorly.
Both Philadelphians, you two.
Yes, devastated about the Eagles.
I'm
So
sorry
upset.
about the Eagles.
So upset.
Were you both walking distance to the ECW arena?
No. I lived in a place called Overbrook, which was like a little Italy section in West Philadelphia, so I had to drive there. And you were never...
I would never live in that
You
neighborhood.
were suburban. Look, you act like you're so better than me. Stop it.
Sandman,
You're
would you...
the
Dude,
shit.
I was talking
You're
about...
the shit.
I was talking
Stop.
about where the arena
Stop.
is.
Stop.
Not where you are.
You're the shit.
This is the
Stop.
comedy.
God, you're
This is the
so
comedy duo we
defensive.
never knew we'd wanted.
She's so defensive.
He's my best friend. We love each other. He's such the worst.
Okay. Breathe. Sandman, you good?
I don't know. Let me see the next door.
He doesn't know where he's at right now. Let's just say that.
What?
You don't know where you're at right now.
Yeah, I am.
Where are you?
St. Louis.
So I know a couple of times I've seen you, Sandman would be drinking, obviously during his match of some sort, and you would
Never.
I've seen you take down some beers with him before. Have you not?
No. I've never drank when I performed. Never.
But in a performance with Sandman, he's never tilted your head back.
Oh, well, maybe.
No, if I was doing that, I was.
Oh,
they were
stop
going
it!
somewhere else.
Stop it!
No.
Are there children,
Bad set.
Are there children here? This is terrible.
Bad set.
This is so terrible. This was a bad. I should have brought someone else with me.
Yes.
I totally
Shane
should've.
Douglas is such
So
a
sorry.
sweet man.
I said I'm bringing Shane. You go. I already had him.
I have had.
No.
Yeah, we did want you.
You have to
I think
settle
you're
for what you
wonderful.
get, you know what I'm saying?
I think you were like, I think back to, I guess when I was younger, like I was such a fan of you, still am, obviously, such a great performer. When you were living in the ECW moment, did you recognize how wonderful and how great it was, and what you were doing for maybe the community of not only wrestling fans, but also for women, I would imagine too, right?
I never, and I don't know if you thought the way I did, like when we would do stuff outside of ECW, if we would meet like somebody in another organization, I never thought anyone knew who I was. Like I knew like we were on TV and stuff, but why?
Gonna say they still don't, but I was holding it.
Well, Francine, they did.
Are you done?
For now.
The worst interview ever. I'm so sorry.
That was great. You did. And you had a great contribution.
Thank you. Sorry.
No,
I'm sorry
you know.
about him. I'm
You
so
know
sorry.
that.
No, but at the time, like we knew we had something special, and we all thought it, was going to be hopefully this big, huge thing. And it lasted for me, like I was there for 7 years. He was there from like inception. And it was devastating when it ended. But it's nice that people feel like we actually made something of ourselves, contributed to wrestling.
And you made a point. I know when ECW stopped, but you made a point. Professional wrestling now.
Yeah, I went to WWE for a little bit. I did TNA back then for a little bit. And then I never wanted to be in wrestling. I always wanted to be a mother. So wrestling kind of just fell on my lap. And then when I met my husband and we had our children, I said, I'm done. That's it. And then the phone was ringing and the kids got older and my husband's like, go make some money. And one show turned into 2 and that turned into 10. And I get booked way more than you do, so shut your face. And,
Well, you can see Francine and the Sandman in the back of the stage. Thank you so much, Francine and the Sandman. All right. Thank you, friend.
So, of course,
how'd you like that run-in from the indie god?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you appreciated it more than anybody else.
You should have seen. It's a shame the camera didn't catch the hug he and I gave each other right before he went on stage.
I'm gonna go ahead and just bet bank account that didn't happen.
When I think back to that moment, it gets me excited about tomorrow. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, because I mean,
it gets me excited about tomorrow. I'm going to be there with Matt Cardona, and you know what? I'm doing everything I can to figure out how to get EC3 to have to defend that championship against Matt Cardona.
You said you wanted Danny Moff.
Well, but Danny Moff isn't able to make it. So, or is he? Keep one eye open in the back of your head or whatever the hell, EC3.
Anywho, we hope you enjoyed that stage show, and we have a lot more in store. But before we get all the way there, we got to throw it to my guy, Tommy D, who's in the control room right now, who's going to let you know what you can find right now on Premier Wrestling's YouTube. Take it away, Tommy D.
Hello, everybody. It's Tommy D here, and I hope you've been enjoying watching the Squared Circle Expo just as much as I have. It's so great to see MJF there with Colt Cabana on his podcast. We have always talked great about MJF. That kid's got such a bright future, it's not even funny. Let's take a look at the rest of the stuff that we have going on this week, right here on Premier Wrestling YouTube. Coming up this week, you guys definitely check us out at the Fight Factory. It's, of course, myself, Dave Sturchio, and Chris Payne, as we are covering the road to WrestleMania. And the next week, we're going to be giving our WrestleMania predictions, so be sure to check it out. And speaking of WrestleMania, head on out to WrestleCon, where you get to meet myself, Dave Sturchio, and Josh. That's right, Josh and I are going to be in the same room with a whole bunch of people. Doesn't really bode too well for my little friend Josh. Come on out, say hello to us. It's going to be a great time, and you get to meet some great wrestlers. That's all that we have going on this week, everybody. So I'm going to throw it right back to the studio with Dave and Josh, and somehow Josh's best friend, Matt Cardona, has graced our main event here again.
Thank you very much, Tommy. We appreciate all your insight, of course.
Thanks, Tommy D. We appreciate the presentation that you gave. Thank you for taking a minute and a half to do what we could do in a single tweet. Thank you.
You do realize that, you hired him.
I didn't hire him.
I mean, peel back the curtain a little bit, Josh. We needed a control room guy. I had the control room guy in my Rolodex of people because he co-hosts the Fight Factory. So why not give him an opportunity? And he's been crushing it. So what is your problem?
I didn't say I had a problem.
No,
I said I didn't hire him. If you think he's crushing it, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's not crushing it. Not saying he is.
Listen.
Tommy D's great. Look, I think he's great at what he does. Just what he does is not something that I want to ever watch.
Well, listen, unfortunately for you, each and every week, Tommy D gives us the rundown. And of course, he's not wrong. He's not inaccurate. There are so many things.
He's late
that you
sometimes.
He's not late. He's in the same damn room he is in every single week.
I mean, when he's promoting things.
Well, because, sometimes, timing, right? Am I right? We're all in a matrix. Anyway,
he's talking about whatever he's talking about, right? Just talking. He's just saying things, just talking. Don't worry about it.
In any event, we do have ourselves one more match. Who's got time for one more match?
And
what hack ring announcer used to say that? But anyway.
This is, you talking about Peterson? I
was, in fact, talking about Peterson.
What about Peterson? Can't we put him in the...
You want to put him in the control room?
No.
With Tommy? They're going to fit? Larger individuals, both of them.
Wow.
I could barely fit in there.
Your ego.
He's not wrong. But anyway,
this is why Matt Cardona is not able to challenge, no matter how much I wanted him to, challenge for the Premier Men's Championship at Squared Circle Expo this weekend.
Why?
Because Matt Cardona is the reigning and defending Squared Circle Expo champion.
They got a belt too?
Yeah, do you not know anything?
I know
He
things.
literally carried it to the ring with him at the wrestling showcase.
Yeah, I thought I saw that. All right. And I may or may not have seen that. But anyway.
This guy over here.
He's got himself a championship match
It's a banger.
tomorrow.
I don't know anything
but
about
hey,
it, but
before
it's a
we get to
banger.
tomorrow, there is a banger of a matchup, and it includes said Matt Cardona taking on Jake Omen. It's right here on the Wrestling Hour. Take us home, boys. Enjoy, everybody.
Spoiler, Cardona wins.
Yeah, well.
He is the indie god, Matt Cardona.
No disputing the fact that Matt Cardona, like I said, one of the most decorated champions in history.
Indiana, is the SCX heavyweight champion. The end of the world, Jake Omen.
I said before, I'm a fan of Jake Omen. I actually am. I think he's incredible, and I love Ed. I don't understand. I guess Matt Cardona was just wrong
You would
place,
hang
wrong
out
time.
with people like Jake Omen and Ed Gonzalez.
You're jealous because no one will hang out with you.
Hey, I've got plenty of friends, brother. They're all stand-up citizens.
Finally, the crowd's understanding what they have in front of them.
Matt Cardona does have his work cut out for him tonight, but man, all respect to Matt Cardona. No respect to you for acting like an idiot out here. And wow! Oh my God!
That's it!
Radio silence right out of the gate. Hell no!
What do you mean hell no?
Wow, that's shocking. Jake Omen did not see that one coming. Look out!
Oh!
Through the ropes, and Cardona in full control. Element of surprise, if you will. And that is a ring veteran move right there.
Listen, I understand.
I say hell no because I don't want that match. I don't want it to end that early. I'm so looking forward to this one. Chernoff.
Look, yeah, listen, this pains me. This pains me to have to see these two great athletes who would be an incredible team together.
Oh,
but I'm sorry.
Jake Omen hard into that barricade.
You mess with the indie god. Finally, this crowd seems to understand. They're getting behind Matt Cardona as they should.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we were supposed to go off the air at 11 o'clock, but we have been granted more time to carry this match in its entirety on the Premier Streaming Network. So we will have the entire match for you. Don't you worry about that. We're going to stick with the action. Oh, and a fan.
Look at that, even letting the fans get involved.
A fan just chopped Jake Omen. Here comes Cardona hard.
I am concerned, though. I've never seen Matt Cardona care about the fans this way, and that does bother me a little bit.
Matt letting the fan, it's a no DQ, so listen, he can let the fans beat on Jake Omen all day long. It's no disqualification.
Okay. Listen to me. I've never seen the woo.
Yeah, brother.
That guy's dead. What is happening? These fans have somehow gotten into Matt Cardona's mind.
Like I said,
he can't be caring about them.
These fans, look, some love him, some hate him. But in Indianapolis, Indiana tonight, these fans love Matt Cardona. Listen, chance of This Is Awesome going up. Jake Omen up on the ring apron now. Matt Cardona out on the floor.
Of course, this is awesome. You got two of the best in the business right now, Jake Omen and Matt Cardona. But that is,
big elbow to the top of the noggin of Matt Cardona. Again, no disqualification match here. No countouts. Anything goes.
That's not right.
Referee Daniel Spencer is just on the outside to count a pinfall if it happens on the floor or wherever.
Cardona needs
Look out, they're on the ramp.
Whoa, come on.
No.
A referee still needs to get involved. I should do
No
something.
disqualification, Josh. Look out. Matt Cardona up.
Oh, no.
My God, hard on that ramp.
Oh.
Sit down.
Matt, are you okay?
Matt Cardona in a great deal of pain.
You should get a medic.
We don't need a medic. He's a professional. Sit down, Shernoff.
Yeah, where are all these fans?
Look
These fans
out.
love them, but they're not going to.
They're out here in front of us. I'm getting the hell out of the way here. Jake Omen, hard goes Cardona into that barricade. Look at this again on the instant replay here. Boom!
Oh,
and the
his
tailbone.
His tailbone.
Back. My word.
How he's even standing. He is a god.
Rapid fire punches to the side of the face of Jake Omen now. I'm sorry, Matt Cardona from Jake Oman. Oh, and Jake Oman with the shirt off now, trying to taunt the fans out here. Jake Oman backing up.
These fans deserve it, but Matt does not deserve this.
Wait a minute. Oh!
How far back is he going?
Runs in down. He's trying to get a good running start. Look at this. Oh my word. Out into the front row. Look at the fans out here eating it up. Oman standing with a boot on Cardona. Cardona's, well, this guy, he said, I wanted a front row seat. Well, buddy, get part of the action. You're welcome.
And now Matt Cardona's going to have to take 7 showers to wash this filth of this audience off of him.
On the outside of the barricade, like I said, folks, everything is legal. Our cameras are going to try to follow the action as best we can. No disqualification here. Cardona is in a world of hurt.
The mistake that Matt Cardona made was that it all started with that woo-woo-woo. It all started with going back in time to when he cared about the fans. What have these fans ever done for him?
The fans love
what have they ever done for him?
The fans are fully behind Matt Cardona.
Yeah, they're fully behind Matt Cardona, and that's the weakness for Cardona tonight.
In for the pin, 2. Just 2. Matt Cardona in trouble here. Jake Oman is dominating this match right now, choking him, all legal over that middle rope.
Here's the thing. Ed Gonzalez, all Ed was trying to do is help Matt understand. Help him understand that these fans don't care about him.
Hang on, Jake Oman brutalizing Matt Cardona with those boots right now. I tell you, this Ed Gonzalez is a piece of work out here in these zebra pants and a t-shirt.
Those are called Zubaz.
Nice to see that he dressed up for the occasion.
It's classic wrestling attire.
Big knees following Cardona into those ropes. Jake Oman down
Cover,
for the pin.
here we go.
2. Another 2 count. You're over here. You're going to have a panic attack. You're turning bright red and sweating.
I have never rooted against Jake Oman in my entire career. I have never rooted against him. But this is tough to watch. And I think,
look at the stretch. Jake Oman is torquing on that neck, pushing that neck forward, pulling those arms back.
Let's also not forget Matt Cardona was returned in record time after a torn bicep.
Absolutely. Jake Oman is
just about a year ago.
Very well aware of that. He knows exactly what he's doing. Both of these men, ring veterans. Jake Oman is the first and only SCX heavyweight champion. He defeated JTG, successfully defended that title twice, beat your boy Matt Cardona last year.
Oh, did he?
Absolutely. So that's what it's all about, retribution, and that's what Matt Cardona is looking
out
for.
The knee there.
Matt looking for retribution here tonight. Takes out that knee of Jake Oman, and Jake is in trouble. Stay on him, Matt. Stay on that knee.
All of a sudden, you care about Matt.
I've never said that I cared about you sitting down doing your job.
I am doing my job.
And being a bipartisan announcer.
I am doing my job.
Matt Cardona going for the figure 4, and he's locked it in, Josh.
I'm so torn. I don't know what to do here.
Woo.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, you don't like that, do you?
No, I don't like that.
1, 2. A 2 count for Jake Oman. Matt Cardona with that figure 4 leg lock cinched in.
Come on, Matt.
Ed Gonzalez over here telling the crowd to shut up. I wish he'd shut up. Jake Oman trying to get to those ropes now. Making that slow crawl.
God, this takes me back. You know what this takes me back to? As a child, as a fan of Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, and then when the two of them had to face each other, I was torn. This is like watching Bret and Shawn all over again for me.
Hey, brother, listen, if that's what you're going to compare that to, that's a great comparison to make, and I'm not going to dispute that one at all.
There we go, another figure 4. No.
Roll up.
He's got him in a roll up here.
Close 2 count there. Jake Oman, look at that, and a Boston Crab.
Oh, and you got to think about Cardona, the small Cardona's back from earlier that landed right on that great.
Ladies and gentlemen,
are they chanting tap?
They are. That ramp is full on steel. There is no bid there whatsoever.
These fickle fans They don't care.
Watch your mouth.
They don't care about him. They don't care about Matt Cardona the way they should.
They care about a competitive back and forth match. That's what they care about.
Come on, man, you got this. You're the indie god.
Jake Cardona holding on to that leg.
You have a beard, huh? I'm not buying it until you buy.
Madcap Beard Care. I like this hat. I also like this beard care. That's why I'm teaming up with Madcap Beard Care.
It's one of my favorite products and smells.
A portion of the proceeds go back to save and rescue cats, which is pretty amazing.
Enjoy the products. They are absolutely amazing.
This premium beard oil, baby, oh yeah, you can only get it from where?
MadcapBeardCare.com to buy you some of the most delicious smelling beard products in the world. Delicious, Frisco, bourbon, good. You heard it, it's delicious, Frisco bourbon.
For real, I use this stuff every day. It's fantastic. I put it in my hair too, guys.
If you want a beautiful, perfect beard like the Indie God, pick up some Indie God beard care right now from Madcap.
To the outside here.
The Indianapolis Indie God. Come back around here.
Matt's walking around the ring here.
What is it? That championship should have been his from the beginning. Good. Adolfo, this is none of your business. This is none of your concern.
Adolfo's trying to pull the championship.
This is no disqualification, Adolfo.
Yeah, but that's not how Adolfo wants him to win. He wants him to win fair and square.
Yeah, well, he wanted to win fair and square. He tried last year, and look what it did for him. This is it. It's no DQ.
Wait a minute here. Matt just shoved the ref.
Good.
Ducks under Jake with a big boot, and the title lands on the canvas.
No, wait a minute. This is unsportsmanlike. He needs to put that belt down.
Jake Oman now has the. I don't disagree. I'd like to see these two go at it, and.
But this is a no DQ match.
And fight as fair as they can. The ref is saying, he's like, hey, don't do this. The Duck. Wait a minute! Almost took out. Wait! Referee Daniel Spencer just got clocked in the face with that heavyweight championship.
Should I get in there?
No, you shouldn't. Again, you have a job to do. Sit down. Oh, radio silence! Radio silence!
That's it!
Cardona catches him with radio silence. But there's no
That's
ref.
It. Where's the ref? Where? Yes!
Here comes referee Joe Kelpaz. 2. Oh my God! Just a 2 count. Matt Cardona is in disbelief along with the rest of the crowd here at the Squared Circle Expo. I've got a fan.
Matt, you got it.
Somebody needs to fan Shernoff here.
No,
he's
Matt,
going to black out.
Matt, you can't.
Referee Daniel
You got to go
Spencer
back to what
down.
works. You're the deathmatch king, Matt. You got to go to what works. Do what works.
Matt Cardona can't believe it. Adolfo's trying to. He's saying. Adolfo's saying, "Pin him." But we've got a ref. Pin him. Matt,
look at that look on his face.
Matt Cardona's crawling out for something. Adolfo's.
I'm seeing it. There you go. That's the Matt Cardona we need to see.
Adolfo's trying to tell him.
Adolfo, just like all these fans, they don't really care about him. They don't care about him one bit.
Matt Cardona's yelling at Adolfo, telling him to back up. Adolfo just wants him to fight a fair match again. Hang on, Adolfo. That's not. No. Don't. Adolfo's not. That's no. That's.
What are you doing?
Adolfo throws the chair out. No, he wants him to beat him fair and square.
This is a no disqualification match. Just another member of the team screwing Matt Cardona is what I'm seeing.
Matt Cardona over there. He's got Adolfo over in the corner. So wait a minute.
Cardona has so much respect for these people that he is trying.
Yeah.
Every man has a breaking point. Every man. No.
Matt Cardona just nailed a double. Oh, my God, Jake Owen. Wait a second.
Yes.
Two, Steph DeLander.
Yes.
Oh! Just knocks the hell out of referee Joe Kopaz.
Come on. Good.
Both referees are down. Jake Owen telling Steph DeLander.
This is a no disqualification match.
What the hell is she even doing out here? And a low blow.
I didn't see anything. What are you talking about? It's a very slow schoolboy. It's a very slow schoolboy.
Ed Gonzalez
Ed, what the heck?
now.
What are you doing here, Ed? Come on, Ed. You're smarter than this. You're a businessman, Ed.
Oh my God!
Yes!
Ed Gonzalez just turned on Jake Omen.
Ed Gonzalez right at a
No! No!
Yes!
Damn it!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and the new SCX Heavyweight Champion, the Indie God, Matt Cardona.
Well, I gotta say, folks, I would rather have had a clean-fought victory on the up and up, but what a bunch of crap that has gone down. Matt Cardona standing tall with that jackass.
Ed Gonzalez is a businessman. Ed Gonzalez is a businessman. You wouldn't understand. Ed Gonzalez knows he has a business brain, and he knows you want money, you get Matt Cardona, the Indie God.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you see him.
Congratulations.
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 Your brand new SCX Heavyweight Champion of the World, always ready, Matt Cardona.
Stand up.
I'm not standing. You know what? I'll give the man props. I'll clap because he's a champion. I won't clap for how he got it done.
And Ed is a genius.
What an absolute shocker here tonight. There's your champion, Matt Cardona.
You're damn right. Look at that kid. Look at that kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a historic night here at the Wyndham Event Center in Indianapolis, Indiana. For Josh Shernoff, I'm AJ McKay. Thank you for watching SCX The Reckoning and Retribution. I can't believe it.
You did it, Matt.
Heavyweight champion, Matt Cardona.
And your new Squared Circle Expo champion, Matt
But this
Cardona.
is what you have to look forward to now. You heard my commentary there alongside AJ McKay.
I love AJ.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Two of you get along really well.
Of course we do. The voice of God. I mean, it's...
AJ McKay, I really enjoyed doing commentary with him.
Yes.
I did. But I asked that he please not return to the table this year.
Wow. Really?
I don't
kicked AJ McKay off the table. Who's going to broadcast with you?
Joe Dombrowski.
Huh. All right.
Fair. Of the Dombrowskis.
Of the Dombrowski bloodline.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
I was told, I heard.
There's the Dombrowskis as well. There's Joe.
Hashtag we want Dombrowski.
Yeah, there's Joe. There's Mary Sue.
A lot of Dombrowskis.
Cliff Dombrowski.
Yeah.
You remember Cliff Dombrowski?
Of course I do. He's running behind the camera right now.
That's not Cliff Dombrowski. That's Cliff Romorowski.
Well, I was off by a couple syllables. Anyway, Matt Cardona is your Squared Circle champion.
But that's the beauty of Squared Circle Expo.
Uh-huh.
It is an expo with every vendor you could ever want. You like action figures? Boom, they got it. You like signed 8x10s? Boom, they got it. You like t-shirts? Boom, they got it. Masks? Boom, they got it. Everything you could ever want, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to meet a wrestler? They're all there, all the biggest stars. And then, at the end of the weekend, they put on a hell of a show. A wrestling event featuring their championship on the line, Matt Cardona defending it against someone who's going to beat.
You don't know who he's going against?
I don't care. I don't retain information. Steph DeLander defending her championship against someone she's going to defeat.
You're very confident.
I don't have the time.
You a gambling man?
I don't have the time to put these names into my head.
Okay.
I don't have the time. And I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of me saying their names out loud.
Okay. But what you can do going forward, and of course you can enjoy tomorrow's Squared Circle Expo featuring Josh
Come
Shernoff.
say hello.
Go say hello to Josh.
I won't respond to you, but come say hello.
We do
I'll
want to
sign you an 8x10.
Are you done?
Yeah. I'll sign you an 8x10.
Nobody needs more 8x10s. My dad got his. He threw it out immediately.
Well, he threw it. He tossed it right into that frame and hung it on the wall.
I know this is going to be very, very dated by now because as this airs, it's already March 28th. And I believe I read a post back on February 6th, if I'm not mistaken, if not February 5th, one of those 2 days. But I do want to wish your mother a very, very, very belated birthday. I heard through the grapevine that she likes me more than you on the show.
You're wishing her a belated birthday?
Yes.
Her birthday already happened. It's not going to be belated. Your wishes are.
Now you're confusing me.
And she doesn't like you more than me.
That's not what I heard.
No, she's told me all the time. She calls me and says that I'm the best thing she's ever seen on television. And she does.
She would not lie to you like that.
No, she doesn't, because she always watches. When I send her the edited version of our show, you're not in it. So that's how we know what you're saying.
There's a whole other camera angle that I wasn't even aware of.
That's how we know that what you're saying isn't true.
Because she doesn't even see me.
Never seen you. Doesn't know who you are.
Well, hopefully she sees this. And hopefully, if you're watching this right now, right here on Premier Wrestling's YouTube channel and or the app, however you're watching us, if you would like to see both of us, okay? Both of us at the same time, live and in person, you could venture on down to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That cesspool known as Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Boo this man.
I'm only saying it because I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm sorry. But what I will say is this. It's WrestleCon. It's WrestleMania weekend, and Premier Wrestling will be in the house all throughout the WrestleCon weekend. And, of course, WrestleMania itself will be down there in Philadelphia at the Link. It's going to be one of the greatest things personally I've ever had to, experience of being on the other side of things, not just as a fan, but as somebody trying to promote such a big app and such a big company. And with there's so much good stuff coming to Premier Wrestling. And it starts obviously tomorrow with you and the launch of the app. But of course, the biggest weekend of all of professional wrestling goes down next weekend.
And we're going to be all over that weekend.
Yeah.
We should tell you that we're going to be taking a little bit of a break. We will not be on next week. 21 weeks in a row we've done this show. We're going to take a little break, but not so we can sit back and relax. No, because all weekend long, next weekend, we will be going live on the Premier Wrestling app. So make sure that you tune into that. We will be in the WrestleMania 40 arena, going live during WrestleMania 40. Oh, man, it's going to be good.
It's going to be
You're
great.
going to get to hear what I have to say, what I think about WrestleMania.
I got a question for you. What? As this airs, it's a week before. Obviously, there's been a lot of developments over the course of the last couple weeks in the world of the WWE. Anybody finishing any stories this year, do you think? Or
you know what? I'm finishing my story.
Why did I know that?
That began at WrestleMania 15 when I attended WrestleMania 15 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
And I said to myself, next time... No, I call myself sir. Thank you very much. I said, sir, the next time I find myself at WrestleMania in Philadelphia, I'm not going to be sitting in the stands as a fan. I'm going to be the star of the show. And guess what? That's what's going to happen. I'm going to be the star of the show.
Powerful words from Josh Shernoff.
Hey, come on by WrestleCon. Come by the booth.
So we get this honor to be in the biggest spot you could possibly be in professional wrestling, next to legends, current stars. They're all going to be there. And if you guys are there, be sure to come by the Premier Wrestling table because we'll be very excited to see you. We'll be very excited to take a picture with you guys, sign some autographs.
And we'll be going live.
Download the app. We'll have the microphones.
We will be going live while we are there. At various times, we will pop in and do live shows on those 3 days. We will be doing live wrestling hours. So you might be able to be a studio audience for us. Come hang out.
Do it.
Listen. You'll get to see how much he gets edited on this.
I am an authentic monster.
We have never done live.
No, we have not. We have not.
And let me tell you something, and our crew can attest to this.
All of them.
Sometimes things are left on the cutting room floor. Mm-hmm. So live, we're going to have some fun.
Yes, we will.
That's right.
So we hope you guys
have some fun.
Enjoyed the wrestling hour here tonight. enjoy Squared Circle Expo tomorrow, which goes down all weekend long.
I'm going to WrestleMania.
I'm going to WrestleMania too. We will be there. We will see you guys in Philadelphia next week. There's no.
Where's the sign?
It's got to be an imposed sign.
Oh,
right
there
there.
It is. Right
Put
there.
it right there.
There it is.
Going to WrestleMania.
Going to WrestleMania.
We'll see you guys there in Philadelphia.